and his life at this period seemed to consist of little more than drafts of letters to lawyers and money brokers.
I'm a little more than that, Kevin.
Oh, you get a little more than that. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to TalkWord. This is the show where we get into the nitty-gritty of English words and phrases. And today, we've got a really interesting one. It's a phrase that's all about what's not being said. Little more than.
All right, let's just jump right in. Picture this. You've poured your heart and soul into a report, right? Hours of work. You proudly hand it to your boss, and she just glances at it and says, "This is little more than a draft." Oof, that stings, doesn't it? What does she really mean by that? Is she just stating a fact, or is there something more going on? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out. Okay, so to solve this little puzzle, we've got to start with the basics. Let's look at the simple dictionary definition. So, on the surface, this is super straightforward. Little more than pretty much just means only, just, or merely. Simple as that, right? It's all about something being small or basic. Yeah, it seems simple enough. So if it just means only, why are we even talking about it? Well, here's where it gets really cool. The secret to this phrase has nothing to do with the words themselves. It's all about the feeling hiding behind them. I have this fun way of thinking about it. Little more than is like an emotional shrinking ray. Seriously, whatever you point it at, it just makes it seem smaller, less important, kind of unimpressive. So here's the big aha moment. You use little more than when you want to downplay something. You want to dismiss it. So, when your boss said your report was little more than a draft, she wasn't just giving you feedback. Nope, she was showing you she was disappointed. She was basically shrinking your hard work right in front of you. Okay, check this out. This comparison makes it so clear. If you say, he is only a student, that's just a fact. No big deal. But if you say, he is little more than a student, whoa, totally different vibe. That's a negative judgment, right? It's like you're saying he's not qualified, he's unimpressive. You hear that difference? It's all about that negative spin. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. The phrase doesn't just describe, it judges. It's basically a sneaky way to share your opinion. It's like saying, hey, you know that thing you think is a big deal? Yeah, it's not. All right, now that we get the feeling behind it, let's see it in action. We'll look at a few examples and then cover a really common mistake people make. So take a look. The new policy was little more than a suggestion. What does that mean? It means it was weak, nobody had to follow it. Or how about this one? His apology was little more than an excuse. You can feel the disappointment there, right? It wasn't a real apology. And a company that's little more than an idea, that means it's barely even a company yet. See? In every single one, it's shrinking the subject. Okay, pay close attention, because this is the number one trap. We're talking about one tiny little word, the letter A, that completely changes everything. So what is the difference between little more than and a little more than? And here's the answer. That tiny little A makes all the difference. When you add it, the judgment just vanishes. It becomes all about quantity. So, the trip cost little more than $100. That's a judgment. It's saying, wow, it was so cheap, the cost didn't even matter. But the trip cost a little more than $100. That's just a fact. It cost, $105. See? Judgment versus quantity. It's that simple. Okay, we've covered a lot, so let's boil it all down. What's the one key takeaway you need to walk away with? This is it, right here. The most important thing to remember is that little more than is about a feeling, not a fact. It's a tool somebody uses to minimize something, to make it seem less important. That's its whole job. So, that gets you thinking, doesn't it? English is full of these little phrases that carry a secret emotional weight. What are some other ones you've come across? The kind that mean way more than what the words actually say. Hey, if you thought this was fun, you should definitely keep exploring. We have a mobile app, it's called TalkWord, and you can actually create your own little word explainer podcasts with a couple of friendly hosts to help you out. It's a great way to keep digging into all the cool quirks of English. Go give it a try. Thanks so much for tuning in.
A little more than a week ago, my boat went down in a storm, and I've been surviving on this island since.
A bullet passed through, killing little more than his appetite.